What's up guys, it's Dan here from Remarkably Average, and today I'm going to be playing Cities Skylines, as you can probably tell by the screen in front of you. So, let me give a little bit of an explainer very quickly. I really enjoy these kind of city building games. In the past, the only major one that I've ever played was the SimCity game that was released, I think, in about 2015. This was back when I had my Mac, and I loved playing that game. I know it wasn't well received, but I actually really enjoyed it. And I've heard a lot about Cities Skylines. I know this game's been out for, I think, like a couple of years now. But at the same time, like, I've never properly experienced it before. So I've not got any of the DLC or anything like that. I've picked up the game for like £5 in the Steam Summer Sale, and I'm going to give it a go. In total, I've probably played it on Steam for maybe like 30-40 minutes. The reason I haven't played it for very long is purely because I really struggled the first time I tried it. This was like over a year ago. It kind of like ramps up really quickly, the game does. Like, as soon as you start hitting these milestones, you start unlocking so much stuff and having to control loads of things. So I really struggled with that. So what I've done instead is I have watched some YouTube videos, some tutorials on how to create a good city in Cities Skylines. I'll put a link in the description of this video to those tutorials, just in case anybody else wants to follow them. They're really great videos, and basically what I was originally going to do on this video was I was going to try and build the city that I live in real life. I did give it a little go for about 10 minutes, and I found that real life cities are just insanely hard to build in terms of like the road layout of them, because obviously they've been around for possibly hundreds of years, and the roads have been taken apart, rebuilt, or whatever. So, you know, I found it really hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a normal city. So, I hope you enjoy the content. If you do, please leave a like on the video, and obviously think about subscribing. But let's get started. So, what theme shall we go for? I think I'm going to go for Shady Strands, and the reason for that is purely that the tutorial video that I watched really recommended using this one. It's got apparently some really good space on it, so let's like generate some random names. Yeah, let's go with Westfield. That's a pretty good one. And let's go for left-hand traffic, because obviously, as you can probably tell from my accent, I am from the UK, and we drive on the left there because it is the right side of the road to drive on. Let's get started. Okay, here we are. So let's close you down. One thing I have picked up on is there seems to be a lot more tutorials than the first time I tried to play this game over a year ago, but I might be wrong on that. Like, the first time I really struggled and felt that it just didn't give enough guidance. But you know, let's click U to get rid of you, and then let's pause time. So it's one of the biggest, and the first thing that the tutorials say is about pausing time as soon as you start, and the reason you want to do that is because otherwise you're paying to maintain roads that obviously no one is using, in terms of there's no one living in your city yet, and you're not making any tax revenue, so you're paying to maintain roads and eventually water and electricity and stuff like that, and it's just a complete waste of money. So what we're going to do is going to pause time, and then we're going to start building our road layout. So, how am I going to start this? The first thing I'm going to do is, I really like the idea of having like a circular shaped thing. Let's have a look what I can do with this. Okay, it seems like I can only really do like curved roads. There's like these actual roundabouts, which I'll probably put in later, but obviously I've not unlocked them yet. Apparently, to unlock, did it say like just construct a small road? Oh no, construct a 2-lane road. Okay, I might unlock it. Right, so the first thing to do is literally just build like a tiny bit of road here, like anywhere. Come on, build. Right, so I've done that because it unlocks more road stuff, and then I'll bulldoze it immediately. And then, so we've got time paused. I'm going to start building some structures. So I've got this roundabout here, and I kind of really like having the idea of having a roundabout here. I don't know why, I just think it looks kind of cool. It is quite expensive, but it's still, you know, it's a handy thing to have. yeah, let's plop this here. So that's kind of like the main way of getting in and out of my new city. Yeah, let's put that there. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect that up to the highway. And I'm going to use one-way roads to do this. So one of the things that the tutorial taught me was about like using, like making sure you're optimizing this interchange system that that is given to you at the start. So obviously cars come down here and that's how they get into the city, and cars get out that way. So you want to connect it using these kind of one-way systems. So let's see. I'm probably just going to literally just connect it straight up. So what I want to do is I want to press escape so I can cancel that road, and I want to start here, go there, and then go back like that. And then one thing that the tutorial also taught me was like, what you want to do is you want to connect a little like escape route for the people. So you put like that there. And the reason you want to do that is because obviously people can come into the city fine, but if they were like leaving the city, but say maybe later on you have something over here and they want to get to that really easily, or for whatever reason, and they somehow end up on this road, and before, without this little block of road here, I'm going to end up, like, those citizens are going to end up going all the way around here, and then I guess they've got to go all the way over here somewhere. I don't even know how they get back onto this stretch of road, and then to come back down here and do that. So yeah, we don't want them doing that, so we've put a little escape route in there so they can get back around if they don't want to actually leave the city. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to start building some roads, just normal ones this time, not one-way systems. Let's have... I feel like people kind of like living near water, so I'm probably going to build like a neighborhood style area over here. But one thing I want to find out before I start doing anything is where the wind is going. I don't actually know how you do that. I presume that wind has got like an effect on the game, just like it does in SimCity, because obviously like pollution spreads, but then again the tutorial didn't really say anything about that. So, oh, here we go, look, wind. Wind velocity is relevant when placing wind turbines for optimal electricity output. Place wind turbines should be placed in a location where the wind is strongest. Okay, so it doesn't seem to have like a direction at all. So what I was technically worried about was that if I placed like industry somewhere where I didn't like, where all the pollution blew into the neighborhood, we didn't really want that to be happening. So, but if that's not really a problem, let's just get started with thingy. So let's have a nice like curved road to here, like that. Oh man, I really don't actually like that. It's just too jagged, the connection here. I think I'm hopefully get my money back for that. Let's just use straight roads. It's gonna be a lot easier, I think, if we do that. So go like this. Select the straight road option so it's not trying to do curves. 1,000 there. Let's have... we just basically need some areas for people to live in. I swear I did 800 before. Okay, yeah, that's right. Like that. In fact, let's go a little bit longer here. We don't want to go all the way to the highway. We can go there, and then so yeah, we got another dot there. Let's go 800 if it'll actually select it properly. Awesome. 800 there. I've already spent $10,000 just on roads. How is this happening? Okay, let's go 600. And then here, go 400. Nice. You know what? I like this kind of gradient, like in distance we got going. So maybe 200 there. So this is going to be like a little neighborhood for people to live in, and I'm going to need to find a way to sort of optimize the space the most. But what I need to do now is I need to build an industry area. So I'm going to build that off this way because obviously people don't like living next to factories and stuff like that. They make a lot of noise and pollution. So let's do something sort of similar, but I've just realised that the space between like this road and the space here is, like, seems the same, but then this one seems shorter somehow, which kind of annoys me because I'm OCD as hell when it comes to spacing and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna have to try and ignore it. Okay. Let's go this way. Let's have a road for 1,000. Same again, 1,000. And then here we'll have 600. Can we do, yeah, 600. 1,000. Awesome. Okay, that's going to be the industry area. I'll probably develop that a little bit more soon. And then I think I need a little bit of space for commercial property. This can be like the main high street, I guess. But at the same time, I'm probably going to need a little bit more than that. I don't want the demand to go too high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a curved road. I'm going to go like up here to this, like that. That's pretty nice. Now let's start zoning some things. So we'll start with commercial here. I want that, this, like that, and then we need some housing space. So it's quite a lot there. I don't know if people care about living next to the main highway, but you know, that's their problem, not mine. Kind of feel like I haven't quite got enough living space. I'm going to just extend these roads a little bit, I think. Maybe I could put like a loop in so that if I go sort of there. That. Let's get some straight roads. Should I connect these? Seems space already occupied, but that's pretty good. I like that. More zoning. So we're going to zone all this as commercial. Keep going like that. I'm going to leave this unzoned for now, the roundabout. Because I haven't decided what I want to do with it yet, but this is all industry like that, but I don't want to do it all the way up to the roundabout. I just want to do it up to the corner. I think there is a way of doing that. I think I can sort of like, yeah, here we go. So like this. Okay, that's really cool. I like that. So I've got some zoning. The only things I need to do now is supply power and water. So electricity, yeah, I understand it because I watched a great tutorial. So the first thing I need is a coal power plant. I'm going to place that sort of it creates quite a lot of pollution. You can see that marked in the radius here, but if I put it up here I shouldn't really have a problem because everyone's living over here. And yeah, so I'm going to put it here. 19,000, that's a lot. I mean, this bread produces a lot of power for me. Okay, so I've got to remember how the guy like laid out power, because this is the thing that really confused me when I first played City Skylines, is that you have to like actually connect power lines to each other to spread the power, and what you'll need to do is sort of connect it to main objects, and then they pass from house to house and building to building and stuff like that. So the other thing I need is like water, so I'm going to do all this at the same time roughly. So I need a water pumping station. You can see the flow of the river is going this way. So that means that I want my water to be pumped out like upstream and the waste water to be spewed out, because we don't want the pump to be pumping sewage. That's obviously important. And also, this thing generates a lot of sound, as you can see by the little headphone thing, so we don't want it living like right next to any neighborhood property sort of thing, like, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on this side of the river like this. How much is that? 2,500. That's not too bad. And then the waste pipe I'm going to put like further up. So there's the border of what it is, but I don't really think I need to go that far, and it'll mean I'm just spending more money stretching like water pipes and stuff like that. So I'm going to put the waste pipe just here, and then I need to connect the two up with a water pipe like that. Okay, yep, they're connected. That's nice. Let's do the water first. I think that's a lot easier to do. So I don't think it needs to be like an inflow and outflow like where you've got one-way systems with roads. I think you basically just need to cover your whole city area with water pipes. So one thing that I picked up from the tutorial is what you can do. You can kind of go like this, and then so you stretch it out into a bit that's like kind of covering your road. Let's say 400 like that, and then you can go like this. So this is quite expensive. It's going to cost me a lot of money, but I'm almost done with spending money, hopefully. So 1800 is like the full length of my of the space I'm using. And then what you can do is go back to water again. So if you do stretches of 440, it will always be just enough so you've got like overlap to cover the whole thing. So 440 like that, and then you go all the way along again, and if you go to 800, you can see that it's just overlapping enough so that it's going to cover everybody for water. So let's do that again, but this time I'm gonna connect these up so that this little space here is covered, and then I'm going to go back to water again. I'm going to go 440, and then go down to here. So let's go with 1500 because it's a nice round number. And then, as you can see, my whole thing is covered with water, but to actually pump that water anywhere, it's going to need electricity. So you can see these little blue things here. What we need to do is we need to build power lines from the coal station. It doesn't actually need to connect directly to the thing, it just needs to be within this blue space. And then if you stretch it over like that, what's happening is, so I go there and it's trying to put a pylon on the road, but you can go here, we can go like there. So I'm going to go there because then I can do a straight line across behind the thing. So let's go like that, and then I'm going to go nice long straight line to here, 2000, starting to run out of money. Then we're going to put to there. I'm going to have to press escape again. To there. So we've now got power to the water pumping stations and stuff like that. The main thing we now need is to actually supply power to the houses and stuff like that. I think all I need to do this, so because power passes from house to house somehow, is I just need to stretch a pylon across into this sort of neighborhood, and then as soon as people start settling in the area, it should pass from like all the houses to then the commercial district here, and obviously the power is already producing for the industry over here, so hopefully all I have to do is this. So just literally like that. Okay, I've zoned everything. The last thing I'm going to do before I get this actual game rolling is I'm going to connect the end of this road with something, because unless I can just bulldoze it. Can I do that? Oh, I can, look. There we go. Okay, that's a nice little thing I got going here. Let's press play. Congratulations, city's first power plant has been constructed. Oh, juiced up. Oof. Sounds spicy. Okay, so we can see we've got buildings popping up. Let's have a look. Kind of like the steady production of electricity, but there's some environmental factors to consider. Smog. Ah, nah, shut up. Don't care about the environment. We're trying to build a city here. Water pumping stations being constructed. Fresh water. May or rocks? Oh, Mare rocks. Okay, yeah, that's... I swear to God, I'm so dyslexic sometimes. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Someone's built their house right behind... Well, right in front of the power lines, which... I mean, if that was in the UK, people would be complaining already. But, you know, I don't know what America's like for that, but... That's a bit of left-hand traffic flow going over here. So we've got loads and loads of little houses popping up. Let's go back to... I'll turn the bulldozer off. We're on zoning, so... Yeah, we've got a shop popping up. And let's turn off that. And we can actually click Quiet Corner Shop. Oh, the silver was the new black. Now orange is the new black. I don't know what that's all about. Let's go. How's it? Yeah. So you can see the little corner shop is popping up. It's almost finished being built, and then people will start going and shopping there, hopefully. Let's see if we can zoom in and actually see any people. I don't actually know. Okay, it seems everyone seems to be sad at the moment. I don't know what's going on. You can rename district, building, cars and citizens and other objects by clicking on their name in the relevant info window. Type the new name and press either. Okay, I'm going to not bother with that for now. I'm happy with everything being called the random generated names. I'm going to speed things up a bit so that things start popping up a bit quicker. I need all these shops to appear, and then I need the industry to start appearing. See here, medium demand for residential, low demand for commercial zones, low demand for industry or offices. I feel like if people actually build houses in the space that I've allocated to them... Yeah, there's a bus over there or something. Oh no, it's a lorry. Oh, okay, here we go. We've got some industry popping up. Nice. It's got some dirty old factories. Goods Unlimited. Garments Limited. Garments Limited as well. Wow, they've got 2 buildings already. Ready to Wear Limited. These generic names are like so dumb. I mean, I'm not very good at coming up with names, but neither is this game apparently. I could go away. Okay, so we've got really low demand for like residential now and commercial, which isn't great because apparently the best way to increase growth in your city is actually have a little bit of demand for things, but you know, I'm sure it'll sort itself out in time. The happiness says 32. I don't know what that means, but hopefully more people should start living here soon. Did I zone that there? Yes, I did. Okay. Why aren't more people moving in? Achievement unlocked, foggy weather. Ooh, oh yeah, it's quite foggy, isn't it? Yeah, we've got people showing up. I think this is like kind of like them all moving in. I can't really tell. Let's see if we can click on one of these guys. Going to Crescent Residence. Owner Holly Morgan resides at the Crescent Residence. Attendant at Box Factory. Is that what one of these is? Oh look, there's Box Factory. Okay, so where do I see the milestones that I'm aiming for? I think it's... Is it here? No. No. What's that? Traffic routes. Wow, okay, this is... I'm just going to ignore that because that's becoming a bit too complicated for me. Oh man, it's so dark. Can't see a thing. I think it's foggy as well. Yeah, where do I see my goals? I'm sure there's like a thing that's like, oh yeah, you need milestones and stuff like that. But it's like... That's the economy tab. Literally don't care about that for now. I still need to actually just, you know, start making some money. I'm on minus 178 at the moment. So more people start moving in. You can make any zone building historical to prefer its visual appearance by ticking a check. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I don't really care about that. Don't see what the point would be. Hopefully people are going to move into all the space that I've provided for them. And there's still low demand, so I'm just going to let things play out a little bit longer. I'm sure this is quite boring to watch, but let's just keep doing it, you know? Oh, here we go. So, it's the milestones. I've now become a little hamlet. Wow. So I've now unlocked taxes, loans, garbage, healthcare, and education. So obviously these are all quite important things. I'm going to pause the game, and I'm going to get started to a little bit of fireworks going on over there. So I need to get all these things working, because I think the way this game works, as soon as they become available to you, they just immediately, like, people start demanding this stuff. So let's have a look. There's healthcare. Healthcare, the main thing I need to cover is the residential district, that I understand, but I'm going to close that down for now. Garbage. Obviously people want their trash taken away. Yeah, I'm not going to read that, that's boring. And education. So apparently education is like super important. As you can see here, I've got 100% uneducated residents. And these people need to be able to be educated, because then it allows better industry and things like that to show up. So obviously we need to make schools and stuff like that available to people. But to start with, I'm going to start with trash, because that's obviously quite an important service. And I need to build a place for a landfill site. I don't want to like eat up too much of the industry space that I've already allocated, because obviously, but then again, it's on really low demand, so it doesn't really matter if I do that. So yeah, I'm just going to chuck it down right here. I just don't want to destroy any like buildings that already exist, because that will, it'll lose people's jobs. Let's just pop that down there. Okay, so that's fortunately not really overflowing into the residential commercial zone, so the smell from the landfill site won't be a problem. So it's not operating at the moment, obviously, so we've got that. That should, for now, just deal with everything that we need. And then we need healthcare. I think something that's really important with healthcare is that the ambulances obviously need to be able to get back and forth between the residents that it's picking up who are sick and stuff like that. So if the ambulances are stuck in traffic, they pretty much can't get to save people. So I'm going to put it somewhere that has good coverage, but it also sort of can be easily accessed by vehicles. I think somewhere here is where I'm thinking at the moment, because at the same, if I put it there, when I start building out this way, it's not going to do, like, it's still going to cover that area as well. So let's do that. Yeah, I think here's good. The coverage is kind of like not great over here in the corner, but I think it's enough to like help people. It's not completely like grey. So yeah, let's do that. There you go, we got happiness symbols popping up everywhere. That's nice. It's good to see. And finally we need education. So we're going to need a school for people to go to. We start off with just a basic elementary school. But let's where am I going to place that? That's an interesting question, actually. Again, it needs to match the coverage, and I need to also place it again somewhere that it's going to, like, once I start extending this residential zone, it's going to cover it. I'm thinking about going here, but it actually won't let me. It's kind of annoying. Maybe there. And if I build a road off this, it can easily access all this area. This is obviously a commercial area. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to build another road. Why should it be daytime again? That's... build a road here. Build a road along here. And now I'm actually rebuilding that road that I destroyed not long ago. Like that. So I'm extending my residential zone a little bit, giving people new places to live. Probably a bad idea when there's such low demand at the moment, but I'm sure, again, it will probably sort itself out. What I'm going to do now is... I build that there. Nope. Okay, let's try that again. Let's do that. That's not too bad. Put some residential space down, paint all this. Can I just... yeah, let's go like this. Oh, damn it, it's going over the blue stuff. I don't want that. Damn it. Oh, it doesn't want to do that at all. Oh, I guess that maybe wasn't... it wouldn't do... oh, that doesn't make any sense. Right, let's keep going like this, like this. This. I still want to keep the roundabout blank for now because I feel like it could be used for something. And then now that I've got that, I need to go back to the education panel and I need to put this classroom down. Again, it needs to be somewhere on this like main road so that it covers the whole of the city that I've got so far. Maybe it would just be best opposite the clinic. It's like a fairly good place. It's got decent coverage. The only problem is it's completely grey down here. Whereas the more I go this way... okay, I'm going to put it somewhere here. I'm going to put it opposite there, like that. Yeah, okay, we've got happiness symbols popping up. It's nice. I've zoned that new area. Taking out the trash became more convenient than before. Taking out the trash. Old Nancy Parker giving it all the tweets. Oh, we've got another one. Healthcare for everyone. Citizens are thought to get treatments for various ailments. Flu shots. Mayor supports education. Citizens approve of this. No more homeschooling. Yay! Schools. Okay, we got nice. I think we got some nice growth going on here. I'm going to speed it up a little bit more. I think I still need to figure out where I see my milestones. I'm going to slow down the game. Advisor help. Information. World. Milestones. Here we go. Oh, okay. So my next milestone is Worthy Village. I need to get to a population of 900. At which point I am able to unlock a larger piece of land. Districts, policies, second loan. District specializations. Service policies, fire department. So much stuff. One thing I've just realised when I talk about loan is that I'm running quite low on cash. So I need to go to the budget panel and take out the first loan that is available to me. One thing is like always take out the loans that are available to you because they are really important and helpful at the start. So I've done that. I've got a loan. That'll make sure I don't go bankrupt too quickly. I'm going to speed it up and hopefully within a short amount of time I'm going to be on my population mark of 900. Just got to give the citizens a little bit more time, I think, to actually settle in and make sure things are going well. Okay, looks like the sun's going to rise anytime soon. Here we go, we've got buildings popping up left, right and centre. Really like the look of this neighbourhood. I think I've done a really good job of designing that. Not to toot my own horn too much, but yeah, I'm really happy with that. God, there's so much that you can do in this game, but I feel like I just really need to start off with the basics and see how it goes from there. There's cars parked on the road. Doesn't seem to be any traffic jams at all. There's people going to work. We've got 764 people. A building has leveled up. If you provide good service and education, you have a high land value. The same buildings in your city can be improved to higher level buildings. Higher level buildings pay more taxes and house more people, offer more jobs. Pollution, blah, blah, blah. Oh, walking is healthy, is it? Oh, never guessed. There's so many cars that just like parked up on the side of the road. I guess that's because they've not got driveways, maybe? I don't know. It just seems like... I'm just worried it's going to like block traffic a little bit, but... Is that the building that leveled up? Which one's the one that leveled up? Oh, there we go. That one's... I think it's that one. It sounds like they're leveling up everywhere, which is really cool. I'm really happy about that. We're almost at the 900 mark, so... Yeah, this is going really well, actually. Surprisingly well, considering the first 2 times I tried to build a city, I had no idea what I was doing, and I struggled. Here we go. Okay, so, Worthy Village. Nice. Unlock loads and loads of new things, which I think I'm going to leave until the next time I play this game. I'm going to leave those until episode 2, where I'm probably going to sort of play for a bit longer and try and do a little bit more and just learn all the things of this game, maybe expand the city a little bit. But what I am going to quickly do so I don't forget is I'm going to pause everything. Ooh. No, that's great news. City can now annex new adjacent areas, new possibilities. Nice. That's really cool. I'm going to go over to the budget panel. I'm going to go to taxes. And one thing I've always had problems with in these kind of games is like setting taxes too high. Because obviously in the UK we play like 20% tax on everything, which seems like a fairly like normal amount to me. So I always end up going and setting it like, oh yeah, 20%, that's not a problem. But apparently as soon as it gets over like 15, residents start getting angry, people move away, and you start having problems. So apparently the sweet spot is 12%. So if you can put everything on 12%, we can go like that, and people will make a little bit more money for the thing. I'm already in profit, which is great. Like, that's amazing. I'm also going to take out the second loan, so I've got as much money as I possibly can have to start building things in the next episode. But I think, yeah, there we go. That's a good start on this game, and things seem to be going pretty well. So, pretty happy with that, and we'll see how it goes in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the content, please consider leaving a like on the video. All that stuff really helps me out. And if you could, obviously, if you really enjoyed it, you could always subscribe and watch some more of my videos. And that, yeah, that really helps me out. So, thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.